Today on We Need to Talk, we have part 2 of our thoughts about random thoughts on We Need to Talk. So, with Fishstick, yeah, he's here from I Don't Know Radio. Check out in the description. But, what was that thought? Oh, here's a thought. Oh, no, here's a thought. No, hey, Fishstick, what was that thought?
Here's another thought tangentially related to that. What if you had external taste buds?
No thanks.
Like, on your cheeks. Or like in your ears. What would that be like?
That'd be amazing.
Would it? I feel like it would be amazing in some situations. Like you walk outside on a beautiful spring day and the air hits your face and you just taste the breeze.
I'm just imagining shoving a lollipop in my ear.
It wouldn't be weird because you would see people who would be talking on the phone with one hand and rubbing something on their face while they talk so that their mouth would be free for talking, but they can like taste the snack while they go. I would be all for external taste buds.
See, I think they have to be less sensitive to my real taste buds, because essentially it'd be like...
How sensitive are your taste buds?
Alright, but it's like, maybe you want to taste test something, like, is this going to be shit? And you put your finger on it, and then it's like, okay, it's a little bit shit. Or you'd say, oh, this is really good, I want more of it.
On the finger would be a problem, though, dude, because your fingers get into some business.
I feel like you would have a taste glove that you could put over that finger so that you didn't have to taste things all the time.
You'd have to wear that constantly.
Yeah, and you just take it off and then touch it, and then be like, oh, nope.
Nope. But you still got a nose. I mean, you don't have to use them for everything. I just think it would be an interesting...
No, it would replace every other sense. You'd always be like, I wonder what that tastes like. You would want to taste more things if it didn't have to go in your mouth. If you could just touch it and taste it, I feel like you would taste more things than you would taste if you had to put it in your mouth.
I don't think I'm too hesitant to put things in my mouth, frankly.
Okay. Well, that's a different story.
I think if I want to taste something, I'll just put it in my mouth. Like, I don't think if I had taste buds elsewhere, I would prefer those. I just put it right in my... Why is the mouth so sacred to you, Steve?
Because it's like an entrance into my body.
So is everything else. You got pores, dude.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
You zoom in far enough, humans are like screen doors, bruh.
I think biologically, like when it goes into your mouth and down, your gullet into your stomach, it's there. Like you can vomit it up. But if it's just external and just tasting it, would you like say your...
Hey, what's in your stomach?
Acid.
Yeah. What does acid do?
Breaks things down.
Yeah, dog. The safest way for something to enter your body is through your tummy.
But people still get sick all the time.
Yeah, not usually from like stuff you eat.
But the safest way is through your mind.
I'm just picturing someone with like a loaf of bread just grinding it into their scalp. I can't do the carbs, but I don't know.
I'm carbo loading.
Yeah.
Throwing bulk up.
Attack apples.
Okay, yeah. That was an idea you had once.
I don't know.
Attack apples?
Yeah, why did I have that idea?
Because you found it, like, disturbing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, in college, me and Mater used to room together, and I came up with this idea, I don't know why, but, like, people put, like, pins in, the
Pin cushions.
Pin cushions and stuff? Like, I thought, what if people just, like, put tacks in, like, apples to keep them safe?
Yeah, okay.
And for some reason, that image was like really disturbing to him of all these tacks in an apple. And then I think you did it.
Did I?
I think you probably did. You had like 15 to 20 apples in our room at all times.
I have
and
so
never
many
ate
apples.
them.
Okay, we can't just gloss over that. What is with you and apples? You brought them up the last time I talked to you. You apparently had 15 to 20 at any given time. You think about putting tacks into them. Yeah. What is it with you and apples?
So,
I think they're an analogy.
There's a great explanation behind this. At college, you got like lunches, right? Mm-hmm. And the lunches, you can grab like an entree, a side, and an apple. And I always grab the apple because, I want to get the best bang for my buck. If I leave out the apple,
Capricorn.
Then, I'm leaving something out. So I got the apples, but I didn't want to eat all the apples, so that's kind of like laid in a drawer somewhere.
They were in brown paper bags.
So really, you hate apples?
No, I love apples.
You collected them to watch them die.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why I thought about putting tacks in them, because I just wanted to embrace the death of the apple and just have it displayed for all people to see.
I think you were being utilitarian and trying to think of other uses for these apples so that they would have a use before they went bad, because that is a very Pepin way to think. Like, how else could I use an apple if I'm not going to eat it?
That actually might be it. That sounds very actually plausible there.
I understand Nathan's brain better than Nathan's brain understands Nathan's brain.
Honestly, maybe you're the key to the subconscious that created turtle burgers.
I already told you what it was. It was a dick thing.
Is it a dick thing?
It was definitely a dick thing.
Okay, explain.
Okay, uncircumcised dick looks like it has a turtleneck on.
Yeah.
That's a real quick leap from turtle dick to turtle sandwich.
But I don't think of like uncircumcised dicks though.
My question is, why was it a burger and not like a sandwich?
Well, a
Because
burger
you need
is
the
a
rounded
sandwich.
bun to make the shell, right? That is visual.
Yeah, it's
So
a
you
visual
were
thing.
thinking that the shell already looks like the top bun to a burger.
Yeah, so it's like when you put the burger bun on, it's like the turtle shell, and that's kind of the cuteness because you could sell this in like Korea and places where they eat. I don't know if they actually eat turtles there, but let's say they eat turtles in Korea. You could put like the buns on, and it's like, oh hey, it's cute. It's like a real turtle with the shell, except I can eat the shell. It's soft and delicious.
What's the whole thing? Impossible burgers now? What is this? This is just like unpleasant burger.
The burger nobody asked for. The turtle burger.
Impolite burger.
What's the Impossible Burger?
It's plant-based, but it tasted like meat. I actually tried some earlier today, and it's surprisingly good.
A lot of people say that you can't tell the difference. It's 100% plant, and people think it's beef. And Burger King sells them.
The only difference I noticed was the color. Slightly lighter than sausage, which is what the version I had was. Very fucking good.
I think I'll have to try one of those. One burger that's out there now is a poo burger.
Okay. A
So is
Pooh,
it-
like the guy in
Or like
Simpsons?
Pooh Bear, like Winnie the Pooh. Is it like a childhood stuffed toy burger?
Nice. Stuffed toy burger.
So this Japanese scientist, he was able to extract certain proteins and other chemicals out of fecal matter,
Oh, it's that kind of poo.
and he turned it into a burger. And people say it's not that bad, but they don't want to eat it.
Not that bad, but I don't want to eat it.
Well, that's like that brewery that made sewage beer that one time.
What?
Yeah, there was a company that took treated sewage water and made sewage beer and sold it.
Why?
Because you can. It's
Oh, that was like that Nathan For You episode where he was trying to get that yogurt shop some good publicity, so they sold a shit flavored yogurt, soft serve, just because like the novelty of it.
People talk about it.
Yes, uniqueness. So it got them press. Like the owner hated the idea because nobody really wants to eat it, but people did. And he went, of course, because it's Nathan For You, he went so above and beyond to make it taste exactly. He was obsessed with it tasting exactly like shit.
Oh.
So that's what made it funny, was that.
But that's not too far from those jelly beans that taste like crazy
The
awful stuff.
The Gilbert Godfrey every flavored beans or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
30 bucks.
Or people who eat crazy hot sauce.
I'd like them better if they were endorsed by Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Gottfried's creepy flavor beans.
People that like crazy hot sauces that make them just writhe in pain.
Oh, see, I like spicy stuff. I like that kind of.
Oh, I should have brought my Carolina Reaper jerky.
I am interested.
All right, remind me when we get back to my house. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have it at my house.
I have some ghost pepper hot sauce in my fridge right now.
So maybe we'll have to have an episode, since we're live streaming, where we just eat weird things.
My advice from having done that in the prior 2 weeks on my show: don't. We weren't even live streaming, but it wasn't worth it.
Well, yeah, but you guys didn't know what you were eating.
No.
You were eating leaves and shit.
And then an acorn.
Whatever Lulu decided she wanted to feed you guys. Is she masochistic?
Slightly.
Or it'd be sadistic, right? Masochistic would be she liked hurting herself.
Yeah, I think it's just sort of an equilibrium of we are
So it's revenge.
we are a lot for us. We are a lot for her to put up with.
That's fair.
Here's another weird thought. What if you could turn off your senses at will? Not all at once, but
Closing your eyes?
yeah, but if you were, on a bus, I'm going to turn my ears off.
Yeah, you put on noise canceling headphones.
I'm going to turn my nose off.
Yeah, you plug your...
You put in sound canceling nose plugs.
Man, it would be weird if I could do this.
Okay. Turn off your sense of taste then.
So this is actually something I've thought about a lot.
Okay.
Oh, I'm surprised.
So they actually have the technology potentially to do it. So you ever heard those what are they called? The things that they repair people's hearing with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cochlear implants.
Yeah, cochlear implants. So they sever the nerves and kind of put the nerves back in, and they have this artificial hearing device.
Right.
So you can control everything that goes on in and out. So you could actually potentially create certain things for that. So you can create a volume switch. So you can turn it up, turn it down. You can actually turn it on mute. potentially, if you were to engineer this like well enough. And you could also have music come on. You could have if you kind of interlaced it with, say, certain technologies. You could have it alert you when something important happens. So let's say you go to sleep, or like say you're doing something. You can actually say something loud enough happens, or something like this, like a baby crying, or like someone screaming. It can actually turn your hearing back up. It could just monitor the hearing at all different levels. You can control what's going on in it.
It would have sucked if you had that and you were in Hawaii not too long ago, and then emergency alert went through. Said there was like a missile launch. Would you get that? Would you get like EAS alerts on there? Is it that kind
the
of
government
thing?
would definitely have control over it.
You could probably do that.
The opposite would be amazing. If you could export from your brain. Say you have an idea for a song.
It'd be real weird if you could get things out of your brain and communicate them to other people audibly, wouldn't it?
Hey, Steve, get fucked. You know what I mean? If you can hear a song in your head that you're writing, and you could just jack into your interface and then just think, bow, 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 bow.
Can't you do that, though? Or hum it, or...
Not... Yeah? Okay, fine. The mouth was invented.
The mouth was invented.
I see now why maybe you hold your mouth to be a little bit more sacred, like I brought up before.
The mouth was invented. Okay, I get it.
I think that technology might be possible. It's gonna be.
No, it's not useful. Let's just change the topic. It's you've got mouths. You can just say the things, right? There's no reason to ever.
Man, he gets real bitter about my jokes.
No, it's actually very useful.
I'm mad that you're right.
Because you could send messages to your friend without going to your phone or doing anything like that. Like it's the expedient. It's also just kind of cool that you're doing like telekinetic or
telepathy.
Yeah, telepathy. One thing that I was thinking about is you get like a chip in your brain, and
Doritos.
You would have to try to train it a little bit. So it's like you would try to like create like a 1, and say it's a calculator, right? So you try to click a 1 in the calculator, and you have like this little app, and it's like say 1. It'll probably say like random numbers at first, but eventually you get trained enough so it says just 1, and then you do it with like 2, 3.
Didn't they do that on House?
And then different operations, and then you can actually utilize this as an in-brain calculator.
Well, that's like there's a like they do that without chips. Not to quite the same extent, but using EKG or EEG. I don't remember what the difference is, but putting the different sensors on and also using MRI scans of your brain. There was a great Vsauce video that they just released where they had him look at pictures of faces, and then they had them prompted again, and they had a computer reading his brain, and they reconstructed the faces based off the neural signals in his brain and generated an image. And then they put them next to the actual face, and it was fascinating to see the computer like learn and put together what different parts of his brain corresponded to different aspects of facial features. So you're right, we're scary fucking close to that.
Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting and really kind of cool, but then it could go very dark very quick.
Yeah, it super could. Because like if you could export sound from your brain without using your mouth, I can hear perfectly how Steve would sound if he said, "I'm a big poo poo doo doo head." And like you can make anyone say anything by just recording it out of your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dangerous. Deepfakes are already a problem.
Oh my God, you see the Joe Rogan one?
No.
So there's one of Joe Rogan, and it's not 100% accurate, but if you didn't know this was a deepfake, you might be fooled by it.
Mm-hmm. Did someone put someone else's face on Rogan, or did they put Rogan's face on someone else?
Actually, I should be clear here. So this is not a visual deepfake. It's actually an auditory one.
Oh.
And so they just had to listen to his podcast over and over again. And it has his inflections, the way he says things, the timing. The timing is the most like crazy thing, because timing is really hard to get. And also some of the person typing it types what he would say, of course.
Yeah.
But still, it sounds very much like him, which is kind of scary, because you could do leaked audio of politicians or anything like that. And how do you tell the difference?
Interesting that they chose Joe Rogan, because that's a lot of work to make something without any substance or entertainment value that just continues on for a long time despite not having anything of content worthy of attention in it. Specifically since it's Joe Rogan.
Wait. You don't like Joe Rogan?
No, Joe Rogan can go sit on a wrought iron fence.
Wait, why not?
Think about what he's done.
He's amazing.
I have a lot of problems with Joe Rogan, but we don't have to get into that.
I want to give him a hug.
I want to kick him and then probably get kicked in half by his very powerful thighs. His undeniably powerful thighs.
Yeah, his kicks are crazy.
Yeah, man, that guy can kick. That's about it, though. Another weird thought. What if Joe Rogan came and said that he was going to murder you? Mm-hmm. How would you want him to do it?
Kick to the head.
A kick to Swift?
Yeah, just make it like quick. I mean, I don't want to like get kicked in the balls and kicked in the leg and get Charlie horses and kicked in the.
He doesn't have to kick.
It's all kicks all day.
The fact he
If
doesn't
Joe
use his
Rogan was
arms.
to kick you to death, how would you want him to do it?
He doesn't.
Slowly.
He doesn't need a weapon. He is the weapon.
No, but I just think it's funny that like if you watch his footage, he doesn't use his arms for anything. Joe Rogan just uses his very powerful legs, opening doors, driving his car, committing murder. His arms are just kind of there.
Joe Rogan's powerful thighs. That's the theme of this episode.
Joe Rogan's powerful thighs.
Oh yeah, mouths
Did you
were
know-
invented.
A human
I
can
can't get over that.
a human
So
can
funny.
swim through the veins in Joe Rogan's thighs. That's how big they are.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Michael Phelps is the first one to do it.
yeah.
So I got a weird thought, like
Alright.
a super weird thought. Like what's that thing that people do when like they try to like transition to something else, like a
Pivot.
pivot?
Segway.
Segway, that's right. And segues are always kind of awkward and kind of strange. And
They can be, especially if you're doing them really deliberately and contrived.
yeah, and it's like sometimes you come up with a weird thought to do the segue, and then the segue doesn't work out. But then sometimes it does, and it's like sometimes we segue into like what's it called? Like when you try to like promote your own kind of show and everything.
Oh.
Fascism.
Fascism.
No.
I feel like a big part of like segueing is making sure that you like drive through it even when somebody keeps interrupting you and bringing up completely other things that have nothing to do with it. Just like you keep going forward and you make it happen.
Yeah, it's like people driving on those segways, it's like they have the right of the way, and that way is sometimes just
to
saying,
drive into a river and die, like the guy who invented.
Did he?
Yeah, it's kind of sad actually.
Wait, segways are hoverboards with a stick on them, right?
Sort of, yes.
With a steering wheel.
No, it's got a stick. It doesn't have a wheel.
But it's got like a steering wheel the same way like a motorcycle does.
Yeah.
I guess it's-
yes, just like a motorcycle steering wheel, because that's what it's called.
That's what I call it with my mouth.
Here's a weird thought. You know when someone's trying to end something and you keep delaying it and they just look more and more exasperated?
They probably have to pee.
So
Yeah.
sometimes you have to like drive that Segway into a ditch or the water and just kill the podcast. Not kill it, but kill the end of the podcast.
Wait, where did the podcast come from?
So-
I don't follow. I was talking about segways.
we are the podcast?
Oh, we are the podcast. Dun, dun, dun.
And
Dum,
it-
dum,
it's
dum,
a
dum, dum.
it's a metaphor. It begins with an M and ends with a 4.
Okay.
M4A1.
No, that
Standard
doesn't
issue
end with a
military
4, though.
rifle. Oh, it ends with a 4.
Yeah.
And it's like just ending things.
Come on, that was my
sometimes.
one gun fact. I don't know shit about guns. I just played.
AK-47.
I
That's
played.
standard for the Al Qaeda.
Sure.
MP5. Is that good enough?
That's a pretty good one. That's the MP5 Navy.
Oh, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or the op,
Let's talk about Counter-Strike guns real quick.
the Glock.
So you can follow the show at facebook.com/we need to talk.
Why are you plugging us?
/ We Need to Talk Show, or on Twitter at WNTT1. While you're at it, head on over to I Don't Know Radio and follow this guy, because the work that they do on I Don't Know Radio is amazing. One of my favorite podcasts of all time. There's zero hesitation in me saying that. So highly, highly suggested. Love the show. Great content. Really, really funny. And the production quality is better than this.
Gassed me up a lot, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate it.
See, I don't know where to find radio. Where do we find it?
Well, if you search WIDK in your podcast app, it's likely that the only thing that will show up is our show. WIDK.
WIDK.
Yeah.
Who sang that?
That's actually, it's Lulu and her sister Mimi and the person who used to be my roommate. I called them all into the room at one point, like a year before we did the podcast. I was like, hey, you sing these notes, you sing these notes. And we just did that.
They got nice voices.
I auto-tuned the shit out of it, but they all sing very well. I didn't need to. Actually, I auto-tuned it because I originally did it in C sharp, because my brain was like, this will be useful. I'll find a song in fucking C sharp. So I had to auto-tune it down to B.
Oh, I'm laughing because I don't understand.
It was... Have you ever written a song in C sharp?
No.
Exactly. Nobody has.
I stick to A minor.
It's nice because it's the same as C. It's all white keys.
Yep. Sometimes I do G or E, because E's kind of nice because it's like open chords, like pretty easy.
That's a little ageist. A-G-E, A-G-E, E-G. All right, fuck it. Bye, guys. Thanks for having me on your show.
That's how they end their show. They're like, all right, bye, Baba Goose, whatever.
Hey, come listen to my show. I'm obviously very funny by what I just said. I'm definitely should be doing comedy. Me.
I'm the reason that mouths were invented.
Mouths are not sacred. I do stand by that. Put anything in my mouth.
We need to talk.
Bum bum ba ba dum ba da ba da dum.